I don't see the 15 shuttle here yet. He must be making his way up here.
Right.
He's got to come all the way from Spring, though. Just remember that.
That's right, yeah.
Imagine how much of a grind. You know that shuttle I was on today with 625K? Just remember it's going to have to go back to Spring later. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what? 30 kilometers right there.
Yeah, that's right.
That's pretty amazing that you can keep a shuttle for that long and get that amount of mileage.
I tell ya, holy smokes.
I thought when he said that, I'm like, whoa. But he said, aren't you going to get rid of this one? But isn't the city going to get rid of this one soon? He's like, well, yeah, but if they're not giving us any problems, then we'll keep this bus.
Yeah, right.
Imagine if that bus makes it to 1 million, 1832.
Whoa.
The motor's too small for that. It's gonna break down eventually.
That's right. Exactly, that's exactly right. It's not, that motor's about the same size as a pickup truck.
Yeah.
So, and you know, you can only put so many kilometers on a pickup truck or a car.
Like with these buses, you can only do it too, but with the big bus, you get a lot more because you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
Here's the... No, is that the 52 coming again? I saw another bus there. I know, you know, when I'm saying, oh, it's 15, and then I'm like, no, it's 52.
Right.
But the 52's going a different way now. He's supposed to come up the hill, isn't he?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he's coming from that way.
Oh, I wonder if he's coming off another route.
There he is, if you look to your left.
Yeah, I see him.
Yeah, he's coming the same way the 11 does.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, maybe though, but that's happened a couple times when I've been on your bus.
Yeah.
The shuttles always come downhill.
Yeah, that's it.
That's weird.
It is.
Another train pulled it.
No, there's nothing around. I can pretty much leave. But I think I'm going to sit for another 2 minutes.
You'll make up time.
Well, they give me an extra 3 minutes to get out there.
Your route's nicely set up, and even when you called scheduling, it's even better now.
That's right. A lot better, actually.
When did you do that, you said?
Just give me a second. Just under a year ago, February 2020.
So just under almost a year.
Yeah.
Were you fed up with timing a little bit? Didn't have time to do anything, right?
Well, at Bradwood Station, that was the worst. There's not a lot of room for buses, and they had me in there with a 2-minute layover. And all I need is a 1-minute layover.
Oh, can I ask you, did you drive a 78 last year before this crazy stuff hit, like a 7600 or whatever?
Not last year on a 78, no. It's been a few years.
Or 76, I messed it up.
Boy. Ambulances everywhere today. Well, where's that train? I thought there was a train right around 1800. I'm gonna wait just 1 more minute.
Then you have to go, right?
Yeah. There should be a train.
Because there was a few 76s out last year, the last remaining ones, but they only used them during rush.
That's right.
I don't see anything
No, I don't either.
flashing.
No, I don't either.
Yeah.
I have to go. The nice thing is, if I do see a train, I can still turn around because they removed all that snow now.
Oh, remember, but with that snowstorm though, it was crazy.
That was crazy.
You see, now he's going up the hill, but he didn't come down it.
Right. No, he was probably coming off another route.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, well, it could have been a 178. Could have been a 15. So many different routes.
It could have been even a 78 too, right?
Yeah, or a 14.
You had that happen many times.
Oh, yeah.
How are the heaters in this bus?
Not too bad.
They're actually cranking some heat off.
Yeah. Yeah, I told the driver about that one yesterday. He said, look at.
When he relieved you?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Where?
Well, there it is. Oh,
You would be super late if you wait for that, though. By maybe 7 to 8 minutes.
yeah. That's okay. Now they have to wait half an hour.
Liking the 77s a little more, right? Getting used to driving them.
Yeah, that's right. Like this one's really nice.
But you know what? You try to treat every bus with respect.
That's
Like, I've seen some of the drivers say they should put these 77s out of their misery, George. That's not very nice. They're a good bus. Well, maybe they're complaining about because their bus breaks down. When it gets older, they should know that's going to happen, right?
That's right.
Even with the 79s, too, they've already broken down a few times. But that doesn't mean you should harp on it as like, oh, this is a sucky bus.
Exactly.
You say, oh, this is the greatest bus in the world one day, then you change your opinion just over one breakdown that happens every twice a year.
Yeah, that's right. No, you gotta expect that when the equipment gets older.
Even the 78s too, they've had their fair share of breakdowns. gonna ask, how did it go? You were able to not detour, right?
No, there was no problem at all.
Oh, yeah.
So it was 1,800 trucks.
Did you end up getting back on time for the rest of your shift?
Oh yeah, there was no problem at all. It's so quiet out here. There's not, you can see a lot of makeup time, but I don't have to stop too much.
You gonna take a washroom break when I'm doing it, or
What's that?
you gonna take a washroom break when I'm doing it?
Yeah, that's right.
When I'm out of the washroom, I'll meet you back out of the at the bus,
Okay. And then how far are you gonna ride around?
all the way back to Bridlewood with you.
Oh, sounds good. That's great.
I just wanted like to finish off most of your shift with you.
Right. That's great.
You're a pretty generous driver. Them ladies got lucky. If it was another driver, he would have let them go with him at all. He would have said, no, you gotta get your change.
That's right.
And that's technically breaking the rules when you just do it. But you know what? They're only gonna go maybe for one bus ride, so who cares, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But if they do it all the time on purpose, then you're...
Yeah, that's different. Can't believe Thursday is history already. Seems like it was only 5 minutes ago that you and I were going out on that accident. See,
It feels like it just happened.
yeah, it really does.
Tell Cliff I say hi if you talk to him on the phone. If you get a hold of you know, yeah. Did you tell a lot of your family that you have a customer that likes to take your bus, a passenger?
Yeah, I did. I told my wife.
Yeah.
And Cliff already knows. And I told her about what happened, how we had to go out there.
Oh, what did she think?
Oh, she said that was pretty crazy.
Would she ever work for transit or no?
No.
Not her type of thing, right? You just had the drive to do it, right?
That's right.
So you were gonna retire in June, I heard. You were
I was thinking on it, yeah.
But I mean, you're going on vacation.
Well,
You're
that's-
done. You're back from vacation about what? You normally would be.
March 19th.
But I mean, another sign up, and how long are you gonna do that sign up for? Like 3 months.
Right, that's right. And my wife even said, when I come back off of vacation, it always takes a little bit to get back into it.
Oh, but after Christmas break, I had a hard time getting up for high school, especially in my grade 12 year after
Yeah,
Christmas break.
exactly.
I was so sluggish.
I know.
Oh, get this, George. In my grade 12 year, I came back from a big trip from the United States with my dad.
Wow, where did you go?
Chicago, I went to see the Blackhawks live at their own arena.
You told me that. What year was that?
We went on December 26, 2018 and came back on the 6th of January 2019. I think it was.
gone a year?
No, but we went in the last couple days of December, and that bled into the new year, right? So, 10 days.
Oh, okay. And where did you go? Chicago and where else?
Pittsburgh. We
Wow.
saw the Pittsburgh. I saw Sidney Crosby live on home ice.
Wow.
We did it because my dad likes Pittsburgh.
Oh, Sidney Crosby, right, yeah. Wow.
And the food was phenomenal there. We ate like kings.
Oh, I can't imagine. I've seen big profiles of food at football games, and it's amazing. Like, they really put they really stuffed the bread and put the meat in it.
No wonder why it's online saying people are so obese there. They say that on the internet. That's a true fact.
Yeah, exactly.
It seems like they put 2 pounds of meat in your sandwich.
Wow.
I'm just saying, it seems like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But anyway, I had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, Chicago time.
Wow.
No, 5 o'clock in the morning, Chicago time. And Chicago's an hour ahead of Calgary.
Right, that's right.
Oh, getting up early in the morning for a flight is so tough.
Wow.
And then we were in the hotel and my dad had sciatica all night. You know what that is?
Not really. I've heard of it. What is it?
Severe pain that can go down your leg.
Oh, okay,
And sometimes it paralyzes some people. It gets so bad.
Yeah, that's right.
My grandma in Vulcan, I don't know if she still has it, but a couple years ago, she had to get taken to hospital by my grandpa, right?
Right.
And she had to get her in a wheelchair because she was walking fine, but her sciatica kicked in the same day and paralyzed her for a couple of hours.
Whoa.
The pain was that bad.
Oh, man.
So anyway, my dad had sciatica. We got up in the morning. We were both so tired.
Right.
And then got our flight home, and guess what? I had to go back to school the next day, and my dad had to go back to work the next day. The day after our flight, the day after we got home off the plane.
Oh,
So all the week at school, I was feeling so much jet lag. I was like a zombie.
exactly. And that's why I decided to just, you're very welcome. Just go right into retirement.
But you know what? It's not worth it to miss school because I was in grade 12, so I had to just get through her.
That's right.
And like, you know, I did my schoolwork for 10 hours a day. I would get home and do some.
Wow.
Some nights I had to take a night off because you never remember what you say, you can burn yourself out.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
It's funny that you mentioned the Silverado grads. I got on this bus on 402 Silverado when I was on it.
All right.
Have you driven that route before?
Oh, okay, that's interesting. I was doing a Route 15, probably about close to 4 years ago now. And the Route 15 I was doing would go out of service at Fish Creek back to the garage. So I was just going out of service, and they called me and said, can you do a route, what is that, 406? Or 402?
402 because you never said you dumped 406 before.
Right, yeah, 40, that's right, yeah, 402.
For what reason?
Well, I get over there, and what happened was the bus broke down several different kinds of fluid had drained from the motor. Antifreeze oil, there was a couple of things. So, I picked up the people, a few to work, and I head out. I had never done that route before. So, I had some people help me through the route the first part, and luckily I was able to pick up 2 or 3 people coming back, so it was no problem. And I only needed to do the 1 trip, I believe.
So
No,
what?
I did 2 trips. Yeah, I did 2 trips.
What happened to the bus? Was it a big bus that broke down?
Yeah, that's right.
Where they had their fire trucks there and everything?
No, there was no need to, because it wasn't near a drainage system at all.
But when you started at Fish Creek a couple months ago, the bus you were supposed to get a couple months back.
It was right over the drainage system.
Yeah.
That was bad.
And that's very flammable material.
It really is.
How did they get it out if some was already in the drainage system?
They can't. Basically, they have to probably contact, I don't know exactly who it is, but Waterworks. Let them know and try to gauge how much went in. It's not good. That's why they were down there probably so quickly. I don't know exactly how that whole thing works, but I imagine they have to contact.
I wonder why they put a bus out from VP if they know it's gonna break down. I wonder why.
Yeah, exactly.
But they don't know that the bus could be just fine and working like it normally does an hour before, then half an hour later, fluid leaking out.
That's right.
As you said, that happens over time.
So, you're welcome. Transcript this again. Yeah. There we are. Thank you. You're very welcome.
By the time this bus is done its day, would you say it would have about 100 plus on it or so,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Because 33, and when you go back into the garage, you actually physically have to put the bus in there.
That's right.
Imagine if this was your last trip and you gave me a treat. You could show me which way you go back to the garage. Wouldn't that be something?
That would.
When you go back to VP, what way did you take?
Let's see. Give me a second. No, I didn't go back to VP at that time. That was several years ago. I only went to Anderson.
Yeah. Right.
North of the Cove to 109 down.
McLeod's an easy route to use for Anderson Garage.
Yeah. Did I tell you I had no Ryan once? And I was going north of the Cove and down to the ball. And it broke down. Middle lane during rush hour. So they sent out another bus. There was no Ryan. They sent out another bus to push me out of the way. He comes up behind me, starts pushing, my bus wouldn't move. So he came up, he said, do you have the maxi on? I said, no. He said, you got it to go? I said, no. He said, well, what's going on? Let's get it to move. So what happened was we found out I had reverse gear, that was all I had. So we had to get a supervisor out there. Block all the traffic on the Cloud Trail, and then we had to back it up off the Cloud Trail. And it sat there for about 5 or 6 hours. They didn't get back to almost 2.
What a mess.
That was great.
What was wrong with the bus? What was wrong with your bus? Like why did it break down, dude?
I have no idea. There was no fluid leaking, there was just the transmission. It only had reverse gear. It had no forward gear at all.
Transmission failure is one of the worst.
Yeah, really.
Besides engine.
Yeah, that's right.
So you could go in reverse.
Yes, that's right. Only reverse.
So when you go to drive, like you couldn't continue your route, right? You were done.
No, that's right.
But you were off for the night, right? Your bus said off, right?
That's right.
So you were going out of you were out of service when this happened.
No, I wasn't. It was right during rush hour.
Oh, that's one of the worst times.
How old that is? That's crazy. Especially then.
And you know what? The C train only went as far as Anderson.
Yeah, and that was when it was lots of rush hour traffic. That was about 1999. Oh, it was pretty crazy.
You said this was in 1999?
Yeah, that's right.
All of our U2 cars would have been in, I think, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, you told me some wild bus stories.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. It's very rare that a driver gets a flat tire. I had one. Ran out of fuel too, that's very rare.
You told me that one.
Yeah.
What were you doing at Route 13? You were pulling out you were downtown when this happened.
Which was
When you had no more diesel left in your tank.
yeah, that was coming inbound. That would have been about 13th Avenue and 8th Street Southwest, and I just barely cleared the intersection.
Was it Route 13 City Center, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Jimmy, you told me, eh?
Yeah, the thing with the flat tires, that was Route 13 as well.
Route 13's not your lucky route, George.
I tell ya. I couldn't believe it. Something didn't feel right with the steering when I was going out. And when I pulled back into the bay, oh boy, that was it. It just went down.
Oh, you should see how bad the roads are down there on Route 13.
Oh, really?
Bumpy.
Wow.
So if you're on a shuttle, be prepared for a bumpy ride just because of the roads. Do you ever bring cold water with you during the day since you're driving for so long?
Water, did you say?
Yeah.
No, I don't really need to. I drink tea because I can go in the washroom and they have those paper cups and I can have a drink of water if I want.
You know, if I eat something really salty, I go 3 jugs of water a night sometimes.
Wow.
But that's just normal, right? Salt dehydrates you if you have a lot of salt.
Well, that's it. That's why on the ocean, if somebody gets stranded, they can't drink the water. And you know, I experienced that once. I was in Florida. That would have been January of '85. And on my honeymoon, we were in Florida. And we were down at the beach. I think that was Miami. And I was going to go out in the water. And I heard this whistle in the distance, a long ways away. And he kept whistling, and I looked around, and it was the lifeguard, and he was warning me not to go in the water. Not out very far anyhow. What I wasn't aware of, because I'm not from there, is there was almost a 100% drop off. And when you walk out, if you go off that ledge, man, that's probably about 40, 50 feet deep. And I didn't know that, so I didn't go out. And I was sitting on the beach, and a wave came in, and man, when that wave hit me, it knocked me right backwards. And I got a mouthful of water. And And boy, that's when I realized, no wonder you can't drink that water if you're stranded on the ocean. It was so salty. It was almost 100% salt. Like, you know that it was. You may as well just take a handful of salt and eat it. There's not a lot of difference.
It will go to your nose as well.
Yeah.
How it hurts.
Oh, man, I couldn't believe how salty it was. And that's why you can't drink it. You can't do that at all. It's probably, I got the impression it was 90% salt.
It's probably 95%.
Yeah, really. It was crazy. And obviously you can't do that. You're taking in too much salt.
It seems every time at this time you pull into Bravowood, you don't get anyone.
I know that. No, not here. It's like the 11 doesn't get anybody in Fish Creek. Same thing.
Maybe a couple people at Fish Creek.
Yeah, that's right. Just a couple. And it's the same here. I very rarely get more than 2 people if I do get anybody. And then they're only going to Walmart. Oh yeah, you're going to Sean's.